for a gift. This is the receipt for the diamond ring that you gave me on our 38th wedding anniversary.
I know.
You spent $2,500 on me?
Well, because poor old Toby had gotten a fever and gone deaf.
Rose. Sweetheart, save the story. When David comes back, tell him. That can be his punishment.
I think maybe we should all get some rest and try to figure a way out for Sophia tomorrow.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Dorothy, can we look in on Sophia, too?
She is like a mother to us.
I think she'd like that. Here's the key.
I've been thinking about what we should do in case they...
Salvador, when you want to be, you have to ask me which end of the opener to use. What the hell are you going to do with his tools?
Will you relax? I'll have us out of here in no time.
The same words they used when they moved you into that crummy cold water flat 12 years ago.
Papa, he's trying his best.
And that doesn't scare you?
You're not being fair.
The man said he wants to lie naked with you on a beach.
Sure, and I wrote him I want to make passionate love to him in a hammock suspended between two magnolia trees. You know, that couldn't possibly happen.
Well, maybe if you lose a few pounds.
Shut up.
Geek is more like, somebody with no friends, stays home every Saturday night, nose always buried in a book.
One word out of you and I cut off your supply of Metamucil. Look, Kevin, the reason you're in this trouble... Ma, listen to me. You got Martha Ray and Madge mixed up again.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Ma, would you like to listen to a joke?
Is this from your act?
Could be. I went down to the Comedy Barrel and signed up for Monday night. Let me try this out on you.
Okay.
I made it as fast as I could.
I just couldn't believe you forgot the peanut butter vanilla ice cream. That's Mario's favorite.
I was so sure chocolate was his favorite. That's why I bought it this morning.
Oh, my goodness me.
Resent you? Oh, please.
For having money?
No, I don't resent you. Oh, I did. A great deal, as a matter of fact, but I've outgrown it.
Even though my marriage was happy and yours hit the rocks?
Well, that bothered me for a while, but I got over it.
Even though all my children are practicing professionals? Well, that's that. Anything else you need me to straighten out for you?
No, Ma. So tell me, how was the wedding?
Beautiful. Until the bride lifted her veil. I shudder to think what was under that dress.
Not what I said. I said, Stanley, could I come to your hotel room? I have to see you.
Exactly. Here you go, Dorothy. How about a toast?
Look, slow down, Stan. There are a couple of things I'd like to say.
Okay, but usually the man makes the toast.
Stanley,
1 second.
Great or gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
Well, what about sexy?
Yes.
Enticing?
I'll handle this. Blanche, no woman ever looked better than you look right now, and no one ever will.
Thank you. Thank goodness. Everything's all right.
No, except for what I have to tell you.
Oh, it wasn't about the dress?
It was about Rose and Buddy. That business of giving him money has been bothering me, so I decided to do some checking. Go. Honey, you know what you should do? Sit down, write down everything that you like about Blanche. Honey, if you care for someone, it's important to remember why they're in your life.
I guess you're right. I guess I was pretty hard on her. I can't believe I made...
I love that car. All the memories we had in that car, huh? The cruising, the drive-ins, the road trips.
And don't forget the accident you had in that car.
What accident?
I'll give you a hint. It cost me $10 every Christmas and still calls me Grandma.
What would I do without her? I want her here with me all the rest of my life, and I want to be there with her, too. So here I am, and there's going to be some changes made, and I love you, and what the hell are you doing opening a door in New York City without saying who's there?
I wasn't gonna stay here, George. I missed you.
Age making me want to see those things.
No.
I'm glad I looked you up, Blanche. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. Well, I guess I better be getting back to the hotel.
Oh, honey, are you sure you have to?
Blanche, are you asking me what I think you're asking?
You're a landlord now. Maybe there's a vacancy in your new building.
Don't call it my building. I don't even know if I'm going to hang on to it yet.
I understand. Sophia, any mail I get, to just address it, Guy in the Gutter, Post Office Box, anywhere.
All right, all right. Oh, this is such a warm, wonderful moment.
Oh, I just wish I spoke Italian so I'd know what they were saying.
I'm not ready to go back to work yet.
Are you depressed about Glenn?
No, I'm depressed because Phyllis George left the morning news. Of course I'm depressed about Glenn. I mean, for 3 weeks he made me the happiest woman in the world.
All right, you ready? Yeah. Okay.
It really is. I just could never sell it, not even to you all.
Yes.
Dorothy, when you get around my age, two things happen. One, you get more intuitive about the weather, and two, corn becomes your enemy.
Ma, even if there is a hurricane a-comin'...
Don't patronize me.
Rose, please.
I can't, Al.
We've been seeing each other for a month, Rose. I've never wanted anyone so much.
What about your place?
My sister's there. She's an insomniac. We'd have an audience.
Well, I can't let you stay here. I just can't.
Well, I simply can't.
Partner dancing, up close and personal. Rose, what I didn't tell you was, when I was 5, Mama enrolled me in a tap dancing class. For 6 months we practiced. 1 hour a day, 2 days a week. And I was good. I was cute and I was good. Real good.
Things I could help you with. Should I go on this mission is out of my area of expertise. Who do you think I am, Oliver North?
Ma, you're not making this any easier.
All right, then. If you think it'll help you land this Al character, you should do it.
Al? Who said anything about landing Al? What, do you think I'd risk my life for Al? 3, 2, 1.
Am I?
Goodbye, Stan. Can you believe this guy? Like I would think for a minute about being in business with him.
Nonsense, Dorothy. You can't pass up a chance to own real estate. It's been a life.
Just put it in a capsule. He said, she never is sarcastic. She takes every word for the exact meaning of that word. She doesn't have any imagination. If you said I could eat a horse, she'd call the SPCA. It was one of those things. So I was thrilled to wind up with and then this one.
Don't be too tough on her. I mean, look how great you turned out.
Merci.
Isaac, would you get us some champagne?
Is that the stuff that's in the bottle or in the bowl? Well, never mind. I'll figure it out.
Listen, Rose, we have to talk to you.
I want to talk to you, too. Isaac is the shyest man I've ever met. He won't even...
A tentacle.
No, you Any girl who says that and doesn't blush knows what she's saying.
Oh.
You were the only thing that kept me awake in biology class. Yeah, to old friends.
Oh, I wish you weren't leaving tomorrow.
And one of them has your name on it. Here you go, Opus.
I thought you two went last night.
I traded those for these. Actually, last night we went to see Dying Young. Terrific. I laughed till I peed. And then I laughed at that.
So you mean you just pretended to go...
Oh, good, you're home for the Festival of the Dancing Virgins. The sauce is almost ready.
Yeah, I'm not staying for dinner tonight. There's a meeting at Mensa. That's the organization for people with high IQs like mine.
You know, in St. Olaf, we had a chapter of Mensa. And across the room was Girlsa.
A lullaby.
Well, sort of. Mr. Sandman.
Oh, I don't know, Rose.
Dorothy, come on. It's worth a try. It's either we sing or he sings.
All right.
Boom. Boom. I feel so undesirable.
Oh, honey, we all have at some point. I know, Blanche, not you. No, I remember when Stanley and I were going through this. We tried everything, relaxation techniques, hypnosis. I fed the man so many oysters when he passed one, won't you, Rose?
Oh, that's wonderful, honey. That's just wonderful.
You know what the best part is? I get to stay here. That's what worried me the most. I mean, I don't think I ever really doubted that somehow I'd wind up on my feet, but what worried me and scared me was that I'd have to leave my friends and my family.
honey.
Louise couldn't take it. She keeled over. Kaput. The funeral was on Saturday.
Sophia, that's terrible.
You think that's bad? Guess who I volunteered to give the eulogy?
He was tall, she was short. He was cheap, she was extravagant. He was
Opposites. We get the picture.
Well, anyway, I'll never forget the time they sang at our annual talent show, right after the herring juggling act.
Rose. Oh, Rose. Grow up. Sophia.
Sure, Delbert was going to ask me that I turned down our only foreign exchange student, Cyril Mountbatten. Well, Daddy didn't like Cyril anyway because he was British. Daddy said the relationship would never work out on account of the language barrier. Daddy was a very caring and ignorant man.
I heard my biological clock ticking so loudly it was keeping me up at night. A baby should be doing that.
Well, why don't you wait till you get married?
I don't want to get married.
Well, then at least wait until I'm dead.
You really mean that?
Yes, I do.
Be lives without men.
Oh, who?
Well, Inga Lundqvist.
Who was she? Some Swedish lesbian?
She was a neighbor of ours.
Not by chance the one who shredded her husband with some farm machinery.
Yes. And she never remarried, and she led a very happy rest of...
Take an awful long time?
Oh, I don't mind. I'm a very patient person. I once waited 2 whole weeks for a sty to go away. Every night I'd close my eyes and I'd picture it getting smaller and smaller. And one morning I woke up and it was gone.
Fragrance drives a man to the absolute limit of his self-control.
All right, Ma, give me your mirror.
What for?
Every morning I hold it under Ma's nose. If it fogs up, I start the coffee. No breath. Oh my God, he's dead.
She took him by the throat. She said if he ever tried that again, she would shoot him through the head.
Just because he made a pass at you?
Oh, did I forget to mention that the man was my sister's husband?
I'm going to bed. head.
Ma, you can't.
Yes, she can.
Personally, I like to lay into a kid with a melon baller. It's got a nice weight, good balance in the hand, and it's portable.
My father used to punish us by sending us to the dairy barn to milk Alice.
Well, what's so terrible about that?
You had to milk Alice sitting on a stool.
No, I don't want to. I just hate bowling. All I ever wanted to do was look cute in my new outfit.
We all look cute in your new outfit.
That does it.
You used to do bird imitations.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Well, let's just say you didn't want to park your car under their oak tree. No. Ingmar was different. His mother used to say,
Uncle Angelo, I have a confession to make.
Good. I get him a scotch and we go in the closet.
No, it's about Stan and me.
You know something, Dorothy? On your wedding day, Sophia told me she said your marriage is never gonna last. That made me very sad.
I couldn't be intimate with just anybody.
Oh, yeah, what about the guy who painted our address on the curb?
You make it sound like it was a one-night stand. He'll be back when it's faded.
Honey, Mel's probably just
Friday night, we're planning on having dinner at Joe's Stone Crab.
oh?
Honey, it's your wedding anniversary.
Oh, yeah, right. Sounds nice.
Ma, you didn't forget, did you?
Oh, forgive me, I forgot something. Maybe you should ship me back to Shady Pines. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be in the living room being... One thing out. While I was giving Sonny the evil eye, I noticed he was kind of cute. So I decided to work in a little kiss of death, too. Well, that livened him up, and we spent a very pleasant afternoon.
Ma, you are incredible.
Those were Sonny's words.
Fine, I will tell her. Bye-bye.
Hi, Rose.
Rose, Miles called again. He wants you to meet him out.
I like to pretend one of them's you and one of them's Dorothy. Hi, Dorothy. How you feel? Oh, woe is me. I can't get a date. Nobody asked me out. Woe is me. Woe.
Use a little.
Well, I'd be happy to.
Well, that is great. We'll start tomorrow.
Oh, no, I'm doing a TV show tomorrow morning.
TV show? Well, I'm impressed.
Well, no, it's just a little old local show, but they're anxious to get my views on women's issues.
I go right to sleep. Huh, Dorothy?
During.
Girls, we can't drink plain milk.
Why not?
It's disgusting. If we're going to have milk, we need cookies.
Hell, if I'm going to have cookies, I'm going to have cheesecake.
Is there cheesecake?
Chocolate cheesecake.
You bought chocolate?
Just walked in.
David!
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have a winner. Couple number 29.
That's me. I won.
Just a minute, it's not over yet. It looks like we have another.
We are. Yeah, but don't count your money yet. Those are the two males.
Boy, you writers never stop using your imagination. Well, goodbye.
Where are you going?
It's Saturday night. I'm all dressed up. There's a car honking for me. Think, Dorothy. Remember something called a date?
Say yes. I need a friendly shoulder to cry on.
All right, give me a minute. Girls, I need a shoulder to cry on.
Dorothy, what did that creep do to you?
It's not for me, it's for Stan. He lost the business. He has to take his mind off his troubles.
What do you want us to do?
Oh, fine. Hey, you don't have a thing to worry about. You won't even have to think about Blanche. Because if you're going to be at that funeral, I refuse to go.
I gotta get some sleep. I have to get up pretty soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night, honey.
Good night. Boy, we really have a problem.
I know. The police are doing nothing about my jewels.
Not that. There is a woman in there so terrified something is going to happen at night that she's like. And frankly, that's exactly what it is.
You had to bring him home. You couldn't find a drunken sailor on a street corner.
We're a little surprised, that's all.
Well, you're not alone. I mean, it was the last thing in the world I expected. I met him, we went to sign the papers, we had lunch, he told me his...
With animals.
Lucy's ready to leave. Come on and say goodbye.
Oh, we'll be right there on Rosen Island. If you ever breathe a word of this to anyone, I swear I'll kill you.
Dorothy, don't be silly. You couldn't even kill a little mouse. That's because you can communicate with him. Oh, Dorothy, one word of caution.
Mama, do you remember that Mother's Day that I almost ruined when I ran off to get married?
No.
Sure you do, honey. Don't you know I was a senior in high school? And I was madly in love with Deck Bovinglow. We'd been dating...
Ciao, everybody. We gotta catch a boat.
Oh, Ma, they're leaving.
We're taking our daughter Gina back home to marry Guido.
Your daughter Gina? Well, what about Dorothy?
Dorothy, what'd they say about the blood test?
We didn't wait around for the results. I don't need a blood test to tell me who my mother is.
Possibly do.
Dorothy's right. The sun's rays can be dangerous. Now there's a hole in the ozone layer.
If you all are out here to try to get me to patch things up with Rebecca, you can forget it.
Blanche, there comes a time when you have to let your daughter make her own decisions. I remember, Dorothy, when you would decide...
What would I do without her? I want her here with me. All the rest of my life, and I want to be there with her, too. So here I am, and there's going to be some changes made, and I love you, and what the hell are you doing opening a door in New York City without saying who's there?
I wasn't gonna stay here, George. I missed you.
Oh, she's very lucky to have all of you.
Honey, she is very lucky to have you, too.
No, she's not.
Kirsten, stop. Your mother loves you very much. Just last week she was saying how much she missed you. Sometimes mothers and daughters drift apart. Dorothy and I did.
The new director's gay.
A gay theater director. Did you ever hear such a thing?
It's absolutely shocking. Next thing you know, they'll have black basketball players in the NBA. Ma, you are making lasagna Alfredo.
Going to the ballroom tonight, and he hopes you'll be there.
Oh, I couldn't. Oh, I mean, I want to, but I can't.
Why not?
Well, what if Miles and I are dancing and I say something idiotic?
Just breathe it in his ear. Nothing sounds idiotic if it's wet enough. More time.
It's been 4 years.
Well, I need 5 more minutes. I just need 4 years and 5 minutes.
All right, I'm coming. Hi. You're Blanche's daughter, the model.
Rose, this is just a great party and the perfect gift. How'd you know what I needed? Oh,
A date in 3 months, but I just don't know what to do. I adore Arnie. He's the sweetest man in the world and very special to me. And it'll be hard not to, because I like him so much. And since we're going away for the weekend, and since we already have, if I don't, then he'll think I don't like him anymore, and I do. So maybe I will, but I don't know.
Blanche Devereaux.
Larry, is that you?
No, Larry's not directing this one. He's sick.
His back didn't go out again, did it? You heard me. I said, where's my shake?
I needed something to wash down the little pie. It was so fishy.
I don't believe you.
Well, if it's any consolation, I'm still hungry.
Oh, Ma, did you eat all this candy?
I was looking for the prize.
Prizes are in Cracker Jacks. Rose, honey, you didn't die. You passed out. You hallucinated. Remember that New Year's Eve when you had the 3 margaritas? You thought you were an animated broom in Fantasia?
Look, I know it sounds crazy. That's why I wouldn't tell anybody but my 2 closest friends.
Something wrong?
I don't know what you see in me, Miles.
I see you.
But why me? I thought you'd like Blanche.
Well, I like Blanche very much. And so does Blanche. That's better.
I feel so dumb around you.
I don't believe it.
It can't be.
Hey, don't panic. Pick up one for Rose so you can go as the Pointer Sister.
I thought you were going to wear something out of your closet.
Well, I was, but as it turned out, nothing fit me.
Well, what did you expect?
It was the first wage I ever earned.
Ma, they paid you in rocks?
Hey, don't knock it. To this day, in some parts of Sardinia, 2 of these will get you a veal and pepper sandwich.
Then you lied to me about it's helping me to sleep.
Okay, I figured that.
Whatever happened to her?
She colonized life on Venus. Rose, she was 94 when I was 6. She died, you idiot.
As bad. A recurring dream. Night after night, I had this awful dream that I was trapped in an enclosed space full of men.
Now, what could that mean? Let's give this a second.
Now, wait a minute. There's more to it.
He committed suicide?
In a manner of speaking, he'd have died whether he'd been here or not.
I'm so glad. Not that he's dead.
I know. I just had to tell you, you had nothing to do with it.
Thank you.
And if he had to die...
April morning.
Oh, well, you ought to talk all fresh, scrubbed, and rosy-cheeked like a country parson in a September hoedown.
Why do I get the feeling they had a maid named Honeybee when they grew up?
Come on in, Clayton. I want you to meet my best friends, Dorothy and Rose.
Nice to meet you, Clayton.
More than 100, and we didn't have any change.
What about these?
Well, they all had hundreds, too.
Rose, let me give you a few lessons in economics. Lesson number 1. Quit being an idiot.
Okay.
Lesson number 2. The law of supply and demand. Before you...
Sophia, what's the point?
The point is, I lost a fortune.
Well, what does that have to do with getting Dorothy and Blanche back together?
Nothing. I told you, stay out of it.
Certainly is.
Oh, well, this is great. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a big shower and a beautiful wedding out on the lanai. It'll be wonderful.
You know, from here on in, I guess I'm going to have to get used to calling you Dorothy Zbornak.
Rose, you've always called me Dorothy.
Dorothy, what do you mean sneaking up on me like that? You scared me half to death.
I'm sorry, Rose. Next time I walk into a dark room in the middle of the night, I'll send a mariachi band ahead of me. What are you doing up?
Well, I thought I heard a strange noise.
What kind of strange noise?
It's not gonna work. I'm not sharing my room.
Oh, Ma, I'm not thrilled with the arrangement either. But for the 2 weeks that David is here, we'll make do.
Sure, it's easy for you. I'm not the one who snores.
I do not snore.
Please, I'll bet less disgusting noises come out of her.
You and I just have to tell you all about it later.
I don't believe it. Neither do I. Imagine landing herself a doctor and she still wants to finish college.
That should give them something to talk about.
Your buyer's market, was it?
Not $2 million. It was lira. With the exchange rate, it came to about $47. But the check bounced anyway.
That is terrible.
I know. I told Sal, get cash.
It's terrible.
Hear his voice like he was standing next to me. Sophia, take a chance. Go for it. I didn't mean to hurt your pussycat. I guess I did it for your father.
Come on. That's a load of crap. Cut off his sex.
You mean it grows back?
Yes, Rose.
Once you've been hit by more lightning in the World Trade Center.
I was hit by the thunderbolt once.
Probably a direct hit to the forehead.
It was the first time I saw my Charlie. I was 7 and he was 8.
Being a respectable married woman, I cop a few good feels. Push him away and run back to the party. But I have to tell someone what happened. So I tell the only person in the world I trust, my sister Angela. 5 minutes later, everybody at the party is talking about it. So I drag Angela into the pantry and ask her how she could inhale in this vapor rub.
Dorothy, I have been waiting for Larry to ask me out ever since our eyes first met at Dell's Route 1 Chevron. And I climbed up on the hood of his LeBaron and wrote my phone number on his windshield with the heel.
Stan, about what you said.
Hey, Dorothy, I was kidding. It was a joke.
That's what I figured.
Well, you didn't take a minute, did you?
No.
This, but I think Rose got the brains in that family.
Meet me out front, Dorothy. I'm gonna pull the car around.
But hold it. I told you last night, we don't do any Oh, but I don't know. It's so hard to trust him.
I know what it's like to trust somebody who's betrayed you. You're not going to believe this, but I have a St. Olaf story about this.
I believe you. I just hate you.
Well, Gunhild Bjorndunker, St. Olaf's tallest woman.
Thing takes an interest in you.
Hell yes. But there's another reason. Blanche, when you spend 6 months watching the person you love more than anybody else in the world slowly die, you wonder if you'll ever love again. After that, believe me.
Big hand.
Hi, girls. How are you holding up?
Oh, fine. Just doing fine.
Terrific.
You know, this reminds me of the big dance back in St. Olaf to kick off Pretzel Week. My Uncle Gunther, after the great beer nut shortage of 29.
Foul! Forgive me, Rose, but I haven't had sex in 15 years and it's starting to get on my nerves. So, Big Shot, did you get the tickets?
Can't you say hello first?
Hello, Big Shot, did you get the tickets?
Look, Ma, don't start with me.
Try 10 days without a bowel movement sometime.
You just sit there hour after hour after hour.
I'm being dramatic, you moron. I mean, I spit at the name Dorothy. I have no daughter. I have no spit.
Honey, can't you go to the eye doctor tomorrow?
Please, I can hardly see.
But I'm not sure I'll be at home. I just suddenly have this craving for dessert. Come on, Swin, we're going to your place.
Okay, we can try, but I've never sailed around the Cape of Good Hope this time of year.
I am never getting into a...
And I'll smile.
Oh, Ma, that was very sweet.
Just lovely, Sophia, can you ever forgive me for all those ugly things I said?
Of course I can. It was said in the heat of the battle.
You know, if I had it all to do over again, I'd let you have Fidel.
Oh, you're so generous.
Yes.
Did I complain when she ruined your sweater when she washed it in the ditch out back?
She ruined my sweater?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, come on, Ma. She's not going to be here that much longer. I mean, I wish you'd try to be patient. She's out with Blanche right now, looking at another place.
And how many places has she seen in the past 3 weeks?
Remember? And I was wearing that blue sequin dress. Will you quit complaining, Marty? It's going to be fun.
You said we were going dancing tonight. You failed to mention it was a dance marathon.
Well, the first prize is $1,000, and I have to have that money. I'm in desperate need of medical attention.
This is so exciting. This is so depressing. Oh, it's Saturday night, and I'm all nervous and jumpy because in a few hours there'll be a handsome new toilet at my door.
What's going on here? I walk into the bathroom, and instead of a toilet, there's a hole in the ground.
We are just friends.
Sure. And Michael Jackson was born with that cleft in his chin.
Girls, just wait until you see the little number I picked up at the museum banquet. Here I come.
Back to the chow wagon for the lunch rush.
Yeah, we'll just leave you to your negotiations.
Before we go, can we get you some milk or some double stuffed Oreos?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Boy, he's tough.
Have a seat, boys.
Look, I've read and reread your list of demands.
Break the kraken.
You better be getting to bed, darling. You're in training. Oh, wait a minute. Almost forgot. I want you to put this lingerie on under your uniform for batting practice.
I know you said you'd help my game, but do you think this will work?
Yes.
So am I.
Oh, boy, not me. I'm too excited to sleep.
No, you're not. You're beat, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm beat, too. Oh, I'm so beat, I won't be able to hear a thing that goes on. I don't care what happens. But I sure would like to hear about it all in the morning.
Give me the earphones, Bobby. You go get some rest. Go ahead.
Okay, Al. Sure did.
Where did it go wrong, Dorothy?
Oh, who knows? These things happen.
Oh, I remember. I wasn't happy at home under the sheets. Dorothy, you're hurting.
Actually, that first night, I was kind of, well, appalled, I guess. But Charlie was very patient. It was really very nice.
But they always died.
I see what you mean. They needed their freedom.
No, they needed their air. I always forgot to punch holes in the lid. The point is, it's the same with all magical moments. You can't capture them forever, no matter what Kodak tells you.
So what you're saying, Ma, is that...
Honest man. Do you think about that?
Over there, send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, the drums coming everywhere. But look, all I have is 220s.
Great. We can get appetizers. Okay, let's jam.
That's my boy.
That's my dad.
That's my money.
Dorothy, you gave him money again. Oh, it says touch my leg.
That's in case they missed the tattoo that says the same thing.
Boy, my mother would kill me if I ever did that. She never wanted me to shave at all. By the time I got to high school, the kids had made up this really mean nickname.
I mean, hardware stores are alive with sexual energy. Tools, plugs, sockets, nude furniture, dirty stuff like that.
Why are you home so early?
Well, I saw a very attractive man in power tools. I piqued his interest with the usual hardware quest.
Grand investment, that's a $7,000 profit. Peppy gets the standard 20%, and we're left with a tidy sum for only 1 week's work.
So 20% is standard for a boxer?
It is if he doesn't speak English.
Ma, that's it. Forget it. Take him back.
To where? Customer service?
I don't want to encourage long stories, but it seems in this story you left out the
story.
That's the word.
Well, Charlie went right to sleep. We didn't, well, you know.
When he promised?
No.
Rose, be serious.
All right, ask me something else.
All right, how many fingers did the shop teacher have?
9.
Oh, that's too easy. All shop teachers have 9. Rose Nyland, you haven't memorized anything, have you? You're just going to walk in there tonight totally unprepared, and the first words out of your mouth are going to be wrong, and you're going to get us all...
Get together tomorrow for lunch. End of story.
Ah, Mr. Gordon. Dorothy had a huge, embarrassing crush on him. She was his slave. She graded his papers, did his laundry. Once she even rotated his tires.
But that stroke didn't make you forget a thing, did it?
It's 5,000, Rose. Decimal points don't have 6 legs.
More than 10% of it, thanks to Dorothy here.
Who's keeping score? What's important is that we made a lot of money. I mean, together we made a They were fighting over me.
And it was Miami Nice, and it was very funny. Is there anything about, like, retired people in Miami? And the writer we were with said, well, I'm not interested in writing old women. He's been out of the business a long time.
George liked red. I thought I looked terrible, but the pictures came out fine. Oh, that must be him. How do I look, girls?
Nervous.
Oh, I am nervous. My heart's just pounding away.
Go on, just take a deep breath.
I always take a deep breath before I greet a man at...
Rose, don't leave on my account.
No, they have to. They're hitching up the house to the car and entering it in the Rose Parade.
We'll see you all later.
Didn't you like the flower?
Stanley, don't you think it's kind of a coincidence that you get a relapse on the very day the doctor says you're ready to move back into your own apartment?
What can I say? The heart's a funny organ.
I bet most of your organs get a laugh.
Blanche, I sense some hostility.
Good, because I hate you.
First come in.
I remember spending that quality wharf time with my grandma.
Oh, and guess what? Grandma gave me a new nickname to call her in front of the Navy.
What was that?
Sis.
Sis?
Well, she calls her other grandmother
Hi, Blanche. Have you decided who you're going to be at the masquerade ball?
Yes, I'm going as Eve from the Garden of Eden. All I'll need is a few strategically placed leaves.
What about a snake?
What happened with the research and development deal?
Yeah, that was just me trying to get some extra cash to tide me through the holidays.
You mean you were going to cheat us?
Oh, sure, if you want to label everything.
Stan, how could you?
What did you want me to tell you, Dorothy? That I was broke? That I miscalculated the public taste? I thought I was going to go through the roof with my...
He died visiting. That's what you tell her.
Visiting.
Right.
Visiting. That's good. I just can't believe he's dead. I don't think she's home.
It rang once.
I want to show you something. Dorothy, you see this hair? It is the only one on my forehead. The other traitors receded years ago, but this proud and loyal sprout clings desperately. It is unrelenting. It is true.
Anything interesting happen while I was gone?
Does this mean you're back?
If you'll have me.
Ma got a letter from Gina Marie Donatelli. Her cousin Joe is hanging new wallpaper in Tony Bennett's guest bathroom.
Don't bail anything going.
Well, Mother, I guess this is it.
Goodbye, sweetheart.
Oh.
Now listen, you be a good wife, you hear? Be his friend. Be his lover. Don't be his slave.
Mom.
And I want you to read this. I mean, you lied to me.
No, I didn't lie. I'm telling you now.
I'm getting out of here.
No.
Yeah, let go of me.
No, you gotta listen. Please, you have to listen to me.
Listen to what? Listen to what? How your wife doesn't understand you? How you stayed because of the children?
I did stay for the children. My wife would have moved them back.
Ma, we can't afford that.
That's the thing. The classifieds are filled with ads from people who couldn't find a hotel room this weekend and want to rent a room any place they can.
I'm not opening my home to boarders. Oh, they usually just turn out to be low-life trash who'll make a mess, and half the time you can't get your money from them.
May God bless and oi!
Oh, look, a holy man in need of help. Let me help you, oh holy man.
Oh, darling, I'll be ready to go in just a minute. I had Hannah do my makeup while my pedicure was drying, so all I have to do is change my shoes. Wait a minute. What are you doing?
I think I'm dying. But then again, this 104 fever may be clouding my judgment.
Hi.
Hello, Stan.
Come on in. I ordered up some refreshments. After all.
Especially after they sawed a hole and went salmon fishing in the middle of the local ice skating rink. And then there was the Halloween they gave all the kids whale blubber. And then there was the time they borrowed every ice tray in town to build an addition over their garage.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
It took a computer to come up with this? I'm Dorothy. These are my friends Blanche and Rose.
How do you do? How do you do?
Eddie, I hope you're not too terribly disappointed.
I'm here for my eyes.
Oh, thank God you're not going to die. Oh, and don't worry, I can be your eyes.
Oh, sweetheart, my eyes are fine. It's just the bags underneath them.
Then I can be your bags.
Rose, sweetheart, you don't understand. I'm here for cosmetic.
Freezer.
Hey, great!
You know, this reminds me of the story of Gunilla Ulfsdotter, St. Olaf's very own angel of death.
Tell it, Rose, tell it.
Really? All the way through?
All the way through, but please try to make the end come as close to the beginning as possible. So you just want us to get right back together again, right? Just like that. I mean, Stan, we're divorced. Stan, you walked out on me. You left me for another woman.
Dorothy, I realize I may be rushing things, but think about it. We had 38 years together. A lot of it was good.
It would be.
What you and Rose Nyland saw was a UFO.
You always did know how to make me laugh.
It was nice to know I haven't lost it, all of it.
Oh, now don't you talk like that.
You married life. I was so careful about money. And all the time Stanley had his hand in the cookie jar.
In the olden days, the Vikings would cut off your hand if they caught you stealing. They'd cut out your tongue if they caught you lying. They'd cut off your feet if they caught you trespassing.
Too bad there wasn't a Viking around when Stanley knocked you up.
We're all invited to a book signing party. Well, I can't believe she ever read a book, much less wrote one.
They're here. I just hope Magda is nothing like Stan.
Dorothy, what am I going to do about my sister coming? By the time she leaves Miami, she'll be more famous here than I am.
Honey, only if they close. Gotcha! Trapped like a rat. Okay, so you're a mouse. Either way, you're out of here. Oh, listen, you had your chance.
Other living things.
Oh, Rose, I don't think a guy who drives around with a fiberglass termite on the roof of his van ponders many deep questions.
Blanche, what's the matter?
Oh, girls, I'm just in ecstasy. My body is tingling all over. You will never guess what just happened.
We know what happened. Let us guess what part.
Pretend that we're happy, and then complain to anybody who'll listen.
Michael, congratulations!
Is the Zbornak Wagner party ready? I think we are.
Well, wait a minute. Lorraine has to have something old and something new and something borrowed and something.
Rose, could I see you for a moment?
You're mad, aren't you?
Book, Monkey Love. Stan came to me as a needy person. I've shown him that he can be happy with an inanimate object. In other words, Stan, you are now an independent person. You don't need this monkey.
Wait a minute, Doc. You're not thinking about taking away Fifi, are you?
Okay, maybe I jumped the gun here.
It was available, and that's no compliment.
I find this very strange coming from you, Aunt Blanche. Because from the stories I've heard, you're not exactly a saint.
No, you're right. I do enjoy the company of gentlemen. Always have. But I can promise you one thing, Lucy. When I'm with the man, it's because I like him, not because I want him to like me.
Well, what's wrong?
I hear B.B. King does that when he's tired of singing the blues. Honey, why don't you sit down? I'll give you some nice lemonade.
Thanks, Dorothy. Something weird is going on around here, Dorothy.
Don't be silly. You're just having a little bad luck.
Down the elephants is my dad. Anyway, I was lost and scared. But then I did what generations before me had done. I gazed up into that dark night sky and found the bright star that could guide me home.
The North Star.
Actually, it was the Texaco star.
Rose, don't make fun of old people.
I'm wearing weights to strengthen my ankles.
They come in headbands?
Everybody, look who's here!
Come, sweetheart, sit down. Sit down.
Since it's opening night.
I'll give it to him.
Well, why should you give it to him?
Well, haven't you heard that old theatrical saying?
No.
Never accept a rose from somebody named Rose on opening night.
Evening, ladies.
Oh, hello, Patrick. I got you a little something in honor of opening night.
Well, thank you, Blanche. That's very thoughtful.
B, if they grow up, not when they grow up. That's why I'm asking you to please unplug your bombs. I'll bet my bottom dollar, or in your case, your bottom ruble, that if you called President Reagan, he'd do the same thing. It's just someone has to be first. Thank you.
We're clear.
Thanks.
So, Dorothy, how does it feel to have a big fat zero?
We'll catch up.
I wasn't talking about your score. I was talking about your partner.
So we're too dumb, huh? We're gonna whip your heinies.
The game's not over yet, Knight. I met in the bar John Quinn. Just got off the phone with him.
And he asked you out for tonight?
Yes. I know it's a little quick, but when Blanche Devereaux wants a man, she does not stand on ceremony.
Or the floor.
You seem pretty excited about this date.
Something tells me this man is just about...
Blanche, that is terrible. I hope you told him off.
Well, first I was so stunned I didn't know what to say. And then I marched back up to his desk and I looked him straight in the eye and I said, I'll think it over.
Blanche, there is nothing to think over. What he did is sexual harassment. He cannot get away with it.
I want to propose a toast to Dorothy Zbornak, who got an A in her French class, proving that you can teach an old dog new tricks.
And if anyone knows about tricks.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Or should I say,
Rose, if God had meant man to eat like that, he would have handed him his teeth in a baggie.
Well, excuse me for asking.
I'm sorry, I'm just irritable.
Oh, poor Sophia. Are you still upset because your friend Bernice moved back to Chicago?
No, Rose, I'm upset because I can't relate to 30-something.
I found it.
Good morning.
oh, now, Stan, you have to try to pull yourself together.
Hey, babe, don't worry. I'm a survivor. Everything's cool. The cat who's gonna cut me is primo.
I said pull yourself together, not talk like Sammy Davis Jr.
I only meant that the operation is a very common procedure. Everything's gonna turn out just fine.
Doctor, we have been together for 5 years, and we're just getting on each other's nerves.
Why? Why is that?
Because Dorothy is impossible to live with.
That's right.
The real problem is you, Blanche. You are selfish.
Oh, please. Everybody says what a giving person I am.
She's talking.
Hey, Mum's a word. He's in the shower, right? Hey, yo, Ted.
Stanley, your brother isn't here.
Where is he?
Well, how should I know? He left last night around 11:30.
That doesn't make sense.
You're telling me.
Oh, this is strange.
Oh, I will. I'm not going to rest. I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to eat until I track that scum down.
Rose, I'm the scum. Stan and I inherited that building. I am Uncle Angelo's landlord.
Oh, Dorothy, I forgot.
And Ma.
You told everybody but me?
Honey, I didn't even know if you'd know what a lesbian was.
I could have looked it up.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I thought I was doing the right thing. I guess I underestimated you.
Well, that's not important. I've got a bigger problem.
Hang on. What do you want, Stan?
Stan wants to talk to you about the wedding.
Are you Stan? Am I talking to you?
I'm Stan, Sophia, over here. Oh, sorry. I thought it was like one of those Am I sitting questions. Anyway, Sophia, it occurred to me that I never actually asked your permission to...
This is so sad. We were all so lonely, and then by a miracle we found...
Don't take this wrong, but I gotta know. You are a girl, aren't you?
Seems like I'm always mad at my brother Phil.
Neater than our maid ever gets ours. I'd hire you anytime. Mama, baby. How are you? I'm fine. How y'all doing? Have you met Dorothy?
No, actually, they haven't.
Beloved brother, Fluffy.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Rose.
Oh, give us some credit. The woman has never told a lie in her life. Nobody does it great the first time.
Look, the truth is, I can't stop tonight because I'm afraid. I don't know if I can.
Make that 2 hours.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Ma.
Actually, we never got to the party at all.
Fire.
They loved her ideas. They said I should use them.
I said no. They said you're fired.
Look, it was never my intention for anything like this to happen. I'll go down first thing in the morning and talk to him.
Come on, honey, sit down. Now, don't worry. If Dorothy says she'll get your job back, that's exactly what she's going to do.
Well, I guess it's worth a shot.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm Rose Nyland, your new roomie. Blanche has told me all about you. Sorry your husband dumped you. You can borrow my bubble bath anytime you want.
That'll help ease the lonely nights. Thank you very much.
Oh, you look like George Kirby.
No. Wait. It's time that John Noretti learned a lesson. That I am not that same little girl whose head can be turned by a pair of beautiful eyes and a killer smile. And the candles, it was beautiful.
And the Mass was in Latin, a fine old Italian language. Now, who knows? Sometimes it's in English, sometimes in Spanish. If you ask me, they should go back to Latin, the language Jesus spoke.
Ma, he spoke Hebrew.
Pay attention. You're in for a treat.
Oh, Ma, not another act.
No, Dorothy, not just another act, the act. I've taken a classic and reworked it Sophia style. Thanks for the Medicare. 2 minutes to come up with it.
These are for you, Mama.
Two fake mothers. And the same thing is happening with Stan. I mean, he's weaning himself from his relationship with me by using a fake monkey for companionship.
Why not use a fake woman?
Oh, well, honey, that's why Stan went to the psychiatrist in the first place. That's very touching, Rose. It shouldn't be, but it is.
You know, when I think of my father, I don't remember just one incident. I just know that he was always there to take care of me whenever I got into trouble, which was all the time. I just never dreamed that.
I don't like seeing you in pain. You still angry with me?
What for? For trying to stop your daughter from making a mistake?
Somebody has to. You kids get to be middle-aged. You think you know everything.
I don't care what you say. You were speeding.